Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, the 23rd of February. Starting off looking at the euro dollar, we have got a bit of a surge on here, running just into its monthly pivot at the moment. The question, of course, is will it break that? Certainly looks a lot more bullish than it did yesterday. However, as I often say, you sort of get these moves pre 8 o'clock. We run into 8 o'clock and things change. Yesterday we saw the sell-off I expected, but it didn't go very far at all. It ran into, well, just through its 50 MA into, well, 60-minute 100 as it appears now, and then completely reversed the rest of the day. At the moment, well, we're sort of seeing this run into that monthly pivot. It could be bullish if it breaks above that later. I would look for it to happen quite early, but there is some divergence sitting here looking at it, a bit of double divergence across those highs at this moment. So I mean, a surge post 8 o'clock could see that pushing up, but as I say, it really depends on how it could all completely reverse. We have got an untouched daily pivot below. That might even be a better buying area if you're looking to buy into the euro. And some may trade it back towards it, but as ever, it's really a case of post 8 o'clock. Just see what happens as the markets sort themselves out a little bit. The pound has been pushing up pretty well here. Solid old day yesterday, much further than I expected anyway, and carried pushing up. We did get a long in the afternoon. I played quite a small long relative to the size of the move, but obviously, I say obviously, but it's profitable. That's the most important thing. But could have run a bit further. As it happens, well, at the moment, again, it's starting to look at like a bullish continuation could occur there. Sort of weakish, well, is it just about diverged across the highs here maybe, but it's just taken so long. It's consolidated around those highs as much as anything else, and once again, looks like we could see a push to that upside. One thing to bear in mind, any early sell-off, just watch for the break of the trend line across the lows there. There is a daily pivot. I'm still bullish overall on the pound though, so just would be looking for any sort of retracements of that. The yen had quite a sell-off yesterday, popped and dropped basically on its daily bar there, popped up earlier part of the morning, then sold off through the into the evening, and well, currently looking like it's in a downward trend, to be fair. A move into that daily pivot could see a bit more of a correction, but it may just sell across these trend across the lows here, may just sell from there. But again, just need to wait until shortly after 8, and it'll get a bit more of a sort of a pattern of what it's going to do. But we're seeing it across all the markets, bit of dollar weakness as we look through. So Aussie dollar again surging up on a daily basis, a little bit lower momentum I would suggest running through this. Again, a bit of divergence across the highs just about, and again, you come down and you just look at the consolidation. Again, it's got a daily pivot below which may provide support. It does sell off there. So you might not get a sort of a major move. I'm still really looking towards the long side on these markets, so at the way they're running at the moment, that could change. Got to be quite mercenary with these markets. Canadian dollar likewise running south. Very quick run through here. Really not giving up too much. So we are around these prior lows. We've been testing this low area for quite some time, and a number of times yesterday through the Asian session here, beg your pardon, but prior around this area. So 25.90, just below 85. Quite key there at the moment. It's ticked it into its daily pivot. Say, just looks like we'll just say continuation. So most of these markets, as you're looking through them, looking stronger. New Zealand dollar did pretty well yesterday. Aussie New Zealand dollar is a pair that we look at regularly. Well, it may have done well, but the Aussie lost a little bit to it yesterday, but it's pushed up again this morning. I was wondering whether we would see another rollover at that point coming into yesterday at one stage, but looks like the Aussies are still well in advance there, so pushing up there for those that are looking towards that. Aussie yen So I'm just looking at these higher levels more so. Again, the Aussie still doing much better against the yen than some of the other pairings. In fact, the euro yen yesterday at one stage was looking quite soft, and it just ended up quite neutral in the end. It really didn't get its. It was promising all sorts of things yesterday, and well, this morning the euro just picking up, the yen not running, Aussie yen not running quite so strong, or yen not running quite so strong, I should say. Right, okay, some main currencies here. It's a quick look at the S&Ps. So into yesterday we saw more selling coming through there. Will we see a bit more correction? Well, this dollar weakness suggesting maybe we've got a bit of upside to more upside to happen here. Just looking through lower highs, lower lows, pretty much in the picture though, and really I'm sort of looking at this thinking, well, where's it getting a bit more bullish? Well, it's sort of broken. There was a trend line between these two highs, just running here on the 22nd, etc. Well, it's broken that trend just about, but you could be drawing even if you drew the trend from the highs here through, it's also broken that. So it's looking like it's maybe got a bit more upside, and it may be a break of that 50. And even a close above it would give further potential to the upside, and I mean then you're starting to look towards the highs again, at least the 4 hourly 50 etc. on that. Okay, that's that. Looking at the S&Ps, let's quick look at gold. Gold had a good day yesterday. A lot of talk about gold and inflation etc. yesterday. Had a good day. Looks like it might have a bit more of a bounce from where it's sitting at the moment. You're welcome, Dean. Good morning to you. Just softening a little bit here, but it still looks to me like, I don't know, divergence across there, maybe a bit softer and maybe a bit more of a retrace, but that retrace may give opportunities. Again, if it runs through that daily pivot, well, bets off for me, but if it starts seeing a bit of a bounce, well, you could just see a bit more continuation. Not overly convinced this is the absolute bottom, but could be for now. When you come out the time frames, it's round about a double bottom sort of area there, so you could see a bit more continuation. A very quick look at silver, if I can click this on here. Okay, yeah, silver ended up the day pretty strongly, and as I said for a while, to me, I expect it may have a bit more of a retrace from where it's sitting at the moment, but I expect this is a long-term hold for most people that are looking at silver, and yeah, retracements may be the opportunity to buy into it. Still got potential for this to gradually work its way, I believe, back towards that $30 mark, that prior high there. It's sort of put a marker on it for it to chase. So silver's holding up pretty well there overall. And finally, oil. Oops, if you can put the oil price on there. So oil yesterday had a bounce back there in continuation for now this morning. Still not the right time for me to be getting bearish, eh? It's still pushing up. I've been reading that the producers in Texas are starting to get the wells running again, so it will be interesting how long this actually lasts, as the US is certainly one of the biggest producers now of oil. So with them not being part of OPEC and they start putting their pumps on, be interesting how long that price can hold, as I said. Okay, so still pushing up here. Oil in the smaller time frames as well. Solid old move up there yesterday. Bit of a flaggish pattern coming in. Maybe we'll see a bit more retracement, but it may give an opportunity later this afternoon for those that trade it on an intraday basis. At the bigger picture, it's still looking okay. That's pretty much it for me. I wish you a very good day, great day's trading, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.